On your screen right now, you're looking at two different quadratic functions. Y equals x squared plus 10x plus 2, which is in standard form, and y equals x plus 5 squared minus 23, which is in vertex form. The thing about these two quadratic equations is they're actually for the same function. So if you put this into your calculator or this into your calculator, it would give you the graph of the exact same parabola. Today we're going to learn how to go from standard form to vertex form by a method called completing the square. The reason why we do this is because sometimes when we have an equation in standard form, we may want to know what the vertex is. We're going to use the same example of a quadratic in standard form from before. Notice that in vertex form, you have a perfect square binomial. So we are going to complete the square to find what the perfect square binomial should be. To do that, we start with b. Remember, b is the coefficient of x. So the first thing I'm going to say is b equals 10. Then I need to do two things to this number. First, I divide it by 2, which gives me 5. Then I have to square it. So I square 5, and that gives me 25. That means that 25 is the number that I need to help make this perfect square binomial. So perfect square trinomial. So I start writing it again. I say y equals x squared plus 10x, and then to make it a perfect square, I need this 25. So after the 10x, I add 25, and I then subtract 25. The reason why I have to subtract it is I need to keep this as the same equation. So if I add something, I also have to subtract it. And then I bring down the plus 2. Now, if you look at what I've written, the first three terms make up the trinomial that I need. So I'm going to put them in parentheses. Right? And then I want to factor this. So I need factors of 25 that add to 10, so I'm going to make my diamond. So the factors of 25 that add to 10 are 5 and 5. I want to just point out that after we divided b by 2, we got 5, and then we also got 5 here. These numbers will always match. Right? So when I would be factoring the trinomial normally, I would write x plus 5, x plus 5. But we can simplify this and instead just write it as x plus 5 squared. So that's what I'm going to do. Instead of writing this trinomial, I'm now going to write it with the perfect square binomial. So I say y equals x plus 5 squared. And then I bring down the minus 25 and the plus 2. Okay, I'm done with all the factoring here. Now I just need to simplify this over here. So I say y equals x plus 5 squared, and then negative 25 plus 2 is negative 23. So this equation, the quadratic equation, is now in vertex form. I started with the standard form, I went to vertex form. The last thing I need to do is to state what the vertex is. So remember the x-coordinate of the vertex is always the opposite of the number right here, so it's positive 5. So x will be negative 5. And then the y-coordinate is right here, so the y-coordinate is negative 23. Go ahead and make sure you have all this copied down, and good luck on the practice.